I'm Indigo, and it's good to see you again. I hope you're doing well and focusing on the positive in life. We have so much to be thankful for, including R.L. Stine's gift to the world that is Goosebumps. So let's get the ball rolling with books 7 to 9. Now, book number 7, this is what I consider to be Mr. Stine's magnum opus. I'm not afraid of much of anything simply because I've had to face every fear that I've ever had in my life. However, I do have one irrational fear. Generally speaking, I hate humanoid things. So that includes mannequins, dummies that look like people, AI, some statues, Slenderman, you get the idea. So when I say the miniseries of Night of the Living Dummy freaks me out, it's fairly intense. But before I get into this book, I wanted to give a recommendation for another book called Face Off. R.L. Stine, as well as many other authors, are featured in this book, which is composed of several short stories, co-authored by at least 2 people. The dummy makes an appearance in this book, so go check that out if you're interested. Anyway, the moment I have slightly been dreading has come. Chris and Lindy are twin sisters, and Chris is jealous of Lindy because she gets a new toy and performance skill, and she's getting a bunch of attention for it. So Chris also gets a dummy and names it Mr. Wood, while Lindy's is named Slappy. Chris finds a paper with some weird inscription on it that she reads out loud, and suddenly the dummy comes to life. He does and says horrible things, and Chris can't prove that she's not the one doing it. Finally, Lindy sees what's happening, and the dummy tells the girls that they are his slaves now. They try to bury him somewhere, but he just comes back. He chases after them when suddenly the girl's dad runs him over and kills him. They are both very relieved until they find that Slappy has come to life. I think it goes without saying that this and the other books in the miniseries will be ranked fairly high in the final episode of these videos. Next, we have The Girl Who Cried Monster, and honestly, if you read the books in order like I am, I felt like Mr. Stine kind of just lobbed this one into the existence after the previous book. The story follows a girl who loves to tell people about monsters and freak them out, where there are actually no monsters around. This is obviously a play on the classic tale, The Boy Who Cried Wolf, so you can imagine that everyone became sick of her nonsense at a certain point in the book. Well, she discovers that the librarian is actually a real monster, who would transform into his true form when no one was looking, or so he thought. She keeps trying to tell people what she sees, but no one believes her for obvious reasons. She comes up with all this evidence, and even her brother tells her parents that the librarian is a monster. So they invite him over for dinner. It turns out he will be the dinner, and the girl and her family are actually some kind of monsters themselves. The ending was not satisfying at all for me because the main character slightly annoyed me throughout the book, so I guess that influenced my joy in reading it. Finally, we will come to Welcome to Camp Nightmare. Billy is riding the bus to get to Camp Night Moon for the summer. Uncle Al is the director of the camp, and he seems strange. Not only that, but the others seem strange as well. Then kids start disappearing from the camp. While all this is going on, there are strange noises coming from the forbidden bunk. Billy tries to be helpful to some girls at the other camp who also see the strange things going on. He rescues his friend Larry from danger, and it all comes to a head when Uncle Al takes him for a hike. Uncle Al gives him a dart gun in order to hunt down the girls who tried to get away, but Billy refuses. Suddenly, Uncle Al starts laughing, and the acting is over. The camp was a simulation for Billy to see if he was strong enough to go on an expedition to planet Earth with his mom and dad, who are scientists. This is what I like to see, a random and unexpected plot twist. We need more pizzazz in our stories. Anyway, that's it for this video. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content thus far. Thank you so very much for watching.